Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mimi, aka Memers, and I'm back with a box braid video, plus how to stretch and seal the hair. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am using 4 good old packs of Expression in the color 2, and I am just gonna show you how I stretch the hair / feather it. So I just take the hair in my pointer and thumb fingers and I just start pulling it while wrapping the rest of the hair around the other 3 fingers, if that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing. And so I just pull it in random sections, in random pieces, so that I can have it feathered. And you do this so that all the hair will be not the same length, because if they're the same length, it's gonna be really hard to braid and make it tapered looking. So that's why you feather it out and make sure you get every piece of it as good as you can. So now I'm just taking the Design Essentials Coconut and Monoi Coconut Water Curl Refresher and I'm spraying it on the synthetic hair, and then this makes it smell good and make it easier to brush the hair. So then I just tie the hair to keep all the sections safe because I cut them in half, so I had 8 sections. So now working on my hair, it is blow dried and moisturized, and so what I'm gonna do is just show you guys quickly how I kind of section the hair. So I just used the wide tooth comb first to kind of get the big sections, and then I took the Dark and Lovely Let's Jam Condition and Shine Gel with extra hold so that I could use it to straighten my parts and make it easier to kind of make them as straight as I could. And so that was just me showing you quickly how I did that. And so I did triangle sections for this hair. I thought it would be cuter than boxes, and so I'm just like showing you how I section with the rat tail comb, and I just use clear rubber bands. So I take the gel to straighten the part, and then I use the clear rubber bands. I use 2 of them to section the hair, and this took me forever, y'all, forever, but it was worth it at the end, honestly. And then for the front section, I use the As I Am Long and Locks Grow Edges Edge Control for type 3 to 4 hair. And I use that to part my sections and also, smooth out my edges. Not that it stayed too long. I mean, it lasted for like a week with my edges kind of intact, but then the heat and humidity and everything got them, and girl, they were gone. But it's okay. So again, I use the gel to kind of straighten my parts. Then I take it and make the whole section smooth, and then I comb the hair to make it as smooth as possible, and then I use the rubber bands to tighten the section. That's basically all I did, and I did that for all of my head, which was insane because it took me forever, like 3 hours just to section. But that's just because I was trying to be a perfectionist and I kept changing my mind and I kept messing up, so it just took me forever. So now I'm just showing you how I braided the hair, and I'm going to show in more detail in a few clips, in the next few clips, showing you how I did the hair even in more detail, but right now I'm just kind of showing you. And so what I just did right there is that I flipped the hair to make it easier for me to braid, because trust me, braiding the hair in the back downwards is virtually impossible. So I just was like, I'm gonna flip the hair, but the only problem is it kind of makes the hair a little bit wonky, but whatever. So I'm just showing you how I took the 2 pieces of hair that I was gonna use and I looped them together, and then you take the 2 loops and you place the middle part on the rubber band, and then the third, you take one of the little sections of the synthetic hair and you combine that with your own hair. And then as you go down braiding, you are going to be adding parts of your hair to the other 2 sections of synthetic hair, so that all 3 sections that you have left have pieces of your hair. It's kind of complicated, but not really. Like when you do it, you'll understand, because you want to make the hair as even as possible going down, which is why you have to keep adding pieces of your hair into the 3 different sections of the synthetic hair. And so after that, I just braid all the way down, and the next clip is going to show you in more detail exactly what I mean. Okay, so I'm taking the hair again, as I said before, and I have one piece that is connected to my own hair. And then the other two are smaller pieces, and I start the braid as normal, just with my hair added. And then as I go down the braid, I start taking pieces of my own hair in that third big section, and I start adding it to one piece and then another piece of the two synthetic hair sections. And you'll see what I mean. Like right there, I separate out a piece of my hair into one of the synthetic hair pieces, and I braid down a little, and then I do it again, just so the hair can be as even looking as possible. And so I just braid all the way down, and I flip my hair also so that it's easier for me to braid. And then as I'm going down the section, I add some gel to straighten the pieces, because I knew I was going to go swimming and all that stuff. So I just wanted to make sure the pieces were as smooth as possible and they didn't stick out of the hair as much. I mean, eventually they did after like a week and a half of swimming, but it lasted for a very long time, which I was very happy about. And so I just braid all the way down, and this was all the way to my butt. That's how long half of the expression hair goes. That's like super long, because if I used the one piece without cutting it in half, it would have gone like all the way to my ankles, which is insane. So that's why you got to cut it in half. You can't just like use it. And so yeah, I just finished braiding all the hair, and then I'm going to show you how to seal it. So I have a bucket of boiling, scalding hot water. So you got to be really, really careful with that. So what you want to do is split the hair in half so you can have a workable section, and then just dip it. And then you want to raise and drop the bowl so that it straightens the ends of the hair. And try not to go all the way up to your own hair, especially if you have very long hair. My hair is pretty like medium length, so I figured out where it goes. And so you just raise it up and down, and then you take the towel as you go down so none of the water touches you. You don't want it to touch you. It's hot, okay? So you go down and you kind of smooth the hair, but you don't want to scrunch it, because if you scrunch it, it's going to make it curly. So you just want to pull it straight down and just scrunch the water out. Like squeeze the water out, but don't scrunch the hair. So again, up and down. And then you take the towel and you dab the water out of the hair, and then you kind of smooth the hair down, but don't scrunch. And so now that I'm done with sealing the ends, I just trim it a little bit because they're kind of scraggly and uneven. So I trimmed it on one side, and then I use that side to guide the other side on where to trim it. So I kind of aligned them, and then I figured out, okay, this is where I want to cut, and then I just cut. So just do it to your discretion. Don't cut all the way up, because then your braids are going to unravel, but I'm just cutting out the parts that were like too long when I feathered the hair. And so I got these beads off of Amazon. They were so cute. Okay, like honestly, they were so cute. And I just, put them in different little parts of my hair. The only problem that I had with them is that I noticed they started getting caught in other sections of hair, and they would like rip it out. And that was really annoying. So I eventually took out the first one that I'm putting in, because even though it was super cute, it started like ripping my hair, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of protective styles. But they were super cute. So if you're not as rough on your head as I am, it'll probably be fine for you. So yeah, I just put them in different sections of my hair and different lengths. And there's many different sizes in the pack itself, so it kind of fits different parts. So like the littler ones can go on the ends, while the bigger ones go higher up. So yeah, that's basically the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot and you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys, and don't forget to check out my previous videos, okay? Bye.